Wherever you are watching me from, any part of the world, Europe, Asia, America, Africa, and even Nigeria. It's your brother once again, Emmanuel Oni, reaching you all the way from Lagos, City of Excellency, Nigeria. It's another day of matters arising. Yes, matters arising don't come up again this morning. We thank God for another day. We thank God. I'm happy that I'm meeting you, my people, alive. We thank God for a blessed night, a blessed morning, another day of grace, another day of exploits. Yes, another day of exploits. I promise that we all are going to do exploits today. That is God's promise for us today. So, as we sit around our devices to follow me, I appeal to you to please encourage your friends, your family, your well-wishers to please subscribe to NAIJA Watch channel and follow us and watch our videos, like our videos, share it to as much people as possible, because we need this energy to strive more, to do more. Yesterday was a very beautiful day for NAIJA Watch, and today is going to be another day. So as you do this, relax yourself with a bottle of wine, cup of coffee or tea, and just move along with me. Engage me with your comment. Correct me if I am wrong. Come up with your suggestion. Educate me, because that is the idea. It's not just about me or NAIJA Watch, it's about us as a family. So we all should just put our heads together and let's work towards building the Nigeria of our dream. Nigeria is failing, so we should try and put our heads together, both home and abroad, so that we'll be able to build the Nigeria of our dream. In the next 1 hour 30 minutes, we are going to be going around the world to discuss events that has happened around the world in the last 24 hours. Yes, event that has happened around the world in the last 24 hours. First of all, let me apologize for, if you see there's a little change, there's a change in our broadcast this morning. It's not going to be the normal way that we broadcast, because we are having some technical challenges, so that is why we cannot do it the normal way, what we are used to on matters arising. But I promise you, within the shortest possible time, we will get this fixed, we'll move on and project or broadcast the proper way we are used to. So I apologize for that. Now let's get the ball rolling. We have a lot on our tables today. So first on the list, on our news item this morning is Biden proposed 8 years citizenship path for immigrants. Yes. Good morning, ma, mommy diaspora. I appreciate you. Good morning, ma. God bless you, ma, for being around, for keeping faith with us, for keeping your time with me this morning. I don't take it lightly at all. Your time is very precious, and you decide to keep it with me. I am very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All the way from Lagos City, Nigeria, from your brother, your friend Emmanuel Oni. Now, moving on. The first on our news item today is Biden to propose 8 years citizenship immigrant path for immigrant. 8 years citizenship path for immigrant. Yeah, as we all know, it was celebration galore yesterday in America. One outgoing, another incoming. Biden was the incoming, while Trump was the outgoing president after 4 years of tormenting the world, as far as I'm concerned. But thank God for America, they have overcome oppression. They have been able to overcome dictatorship. No matter the form it comes from, America have been able to overcome it. So that is how Biden came into power yesterday, And within the first few hours, he made his intention known, very clear and absolute. No higgy-haga, no hanky-packing. He made his intention very, very clear. What he intends to do, how he intends to bring the world together again, bring America together again. He was very, very clear about his intention. So, going into the news proper, the president-elect Joe Biden plans to unveil a sweeping immigration bill on day one of his administration, hoping to provide an 8-year path to citizenship for an estimated 11 million people living in the US without legal status. A massive reversal from the Trump administration harsh immigration policy. Yes, a very, very harsh immigration policies by Trump. So Biden is going to walk around. He said he's going to propose a bill to reverse these hard policies of Trump. The legislation puts Biden on a track to deliver on a major campaign promises important to Latin voters and other immigrant communities after 4 years of President Trump restrictive policies and mass deportation. It provides one of the fastest pathways to citizens for those living without legal status of any measure in recent years, but is forced to include the traditional trade-off of enhanced border security favored by many Republicans, making passage in a narrowly divided Congress in debut. Expected to run hundreds of pages, the bill is set to be introduced after Biden takes the oath of office on Wednesday, according to a person familiar with the legislation and granted anonymity to discuss it. As a candidate, Biden called Trump action on immigrants an unrelenting assault on American values and said he would undo the damage while maintaining border enforcement. Promised to undo the damage Trump has caused America and the world at large. Yes, good morning, my sister, my brother, Edosa. Good morning, you are welcome once again. Expected to run hundreds of pages. Okay. As a candidate, Biden called Trump action on immigration and unrelenting assault on American values and said he would undo the damage while maintaining border or enforcement. Under the legislation, those living in the US as of June 11, 2020, as of June 1st, 2021 without legal status would have a 5-year path to temporarily legal status or a green card if they pass background check, pay tax, fulfill other basic requirements. From there it is a 3-year path to naturalization if they decide to pursue citizenship. For some immigrants, the process will be quicker. So-called dreamers, the young people who arrive in the US illegally as children and agricultural workers and people under temporary protective status and could qualify more immediately for green card if they are working and are in school or meet other requirements. The bill is not as comprehensive as the last major immigrants overhaul proposed when Biden was vice president during the Obama administration. For example, it does not include a robust border security element, but rather calls for coming up with strategies. Nor does it create any new guest workers or other visa programs. It does not address some of the root cause of immigration from Central America to the United States and provide grant for workforce development and English language learning. Biden is expected to take swift executive order action to reverse other Trump immigration action, including an end to prohibition and arrival from predominantly Muslim countries. During the Democratic primary, Biden consistently named immigration action as one of his day one priorities, pointing to the range of executive power he could invoke to reverse Trump policies. Biden allies and some Republicans have identified immigration as a major issue where the new administration could find common ground with Senate Republican leader Matt Pone and enough other GOP senators avoid the settlement that has vexed administration both parties for decades. Even if it is involved compromise, the kind of major win could be critical as Biden looks for legislative victory in a closely divided Congress where Republicans are set to oppose Biden priorities that involve rolling back some of the GOP's 2017 tax cut and increasing federal spending. As candidate, Biden went so far as to say Obama administration went too far in his aggressive deportation. Now, Biden is going to do everything within his power, needing the cooperation of the Senate, the lower house, which is now the Congress put together, to help reverse some of these laws. Though it's not going to be the normal way. There are other things that is not included in the bill, but this is a good start as far as I'm concerned. This is the good start. This is the way to go. The world Biden must do his best to reunite the world, to bring America glory back. America is known for uniting the world. People are free to migrate from any part of the world, whether Muslim, Christian, Voodoo, whatever religion or tribe you are. America used to be known for that. No language restriction, no race restriction. Just come as far as you are right thinking. You are a genuine person. Your intentions are genuine. You can come in and do your bidding and fight for yourself and do whatever you wish that will make your life improve. As long as you are genuine in what you do. But Trump came up and scuttled this and wanted to make it all white affairs. Trying to undo the blacks. Trying to undo the Muslim, the Arab world, even some African countries. Some of his law even affected Nigerians. So I pray and hope that the step Biden is taking now will go a long way to unite the world. And I pray and hope that the Congress will cooperate with him to bring the work together again, to bring America glory back together. In the last 4 years, it's been very tough for America. It's been very, very tough. Simply because of irrational behavior of one man. So, hoping that Biden will be able to do the needful with the cooperation of the Congress. He will be able to do the needful and bring America back together again. On that note, let's go to the next item on our list. The next item on our list is we will work with Biden, FG. Yes, we will work with Biden, FG. The federal government of Nigeria is promising to cooperate and work with Biden. As he was sworn in yesterday, the president of Nigeria congratulated Joe Biden as the 46th president of the United States of America and promised to work with him. So let's go into the news proper so that we know what is in the news. Sorry, this is not it. Excuse me. We will work with Biden, FG. Okay. We will work with President Biden to tackle terrorism and poverty. Buhari. Yes. Our president, Muhammadu Buhari, don't talk and say his administration is ready to work with the new president of America, Joe Biden, to tackle terrorism and poverty for this whole world. Now that one our president talked yesterday when they swear in Joe Biden as the 46th president of United States of America. Make we put left for inside the story, make we really see how the story be for inside the matter. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday said his regime is looking forward to the presidency of the new US President Joe Biden with great hope. Buhari noted that the two countries hope to work together to tackle global terrorism, climate change, poverty, improvement of economic ties with the expansion of trade. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, titled President Buhari, we look forward to working with President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. Buhari expressed the hope that the presidency of Joe Biden and Harris will further strengthen cooperation and support for Nigeria and Africa. The president congratulated the leaders and the entire country on the successful transition, which he said marked an important historical point for democracy as a system of government and for the global communities as a whole. He said we look forward to the Biden presidency with great hope and optimism for the strengthening of existing cordial relationship, working together to tackle global terrorism, climate change, poverty, improvement of economic ties with the expansion of trade. This president is rejoiced with the president rejoiced with Biden sharing the proud moment that the first woman elected vice president of the US has been as an African and Asia ancestries. End of the matter. Our president don't talk say, because now pidgin English now go take analyze this one. He say so that make we get am clear wetin our president dey talk. He say he go work with Biden to tackle terrorism, to tackle poverty, to tackle climate change and expand trade relationship. Beautiful, very good on paper, but I wish our president can start this tackling of terrorism from us first. I wish that is not, you are promising to tackle terrorism globally, but your own terrorism for your house, you the supporter. That is it. Don't mice words. I'm not ready to mice words. Your terrorism for where you the rule, you the supporter, you the back them. You dey encourage terrorism for your house. You dey encourage poverty for your people. Business are closing every day in Nigeria. Common mama put shop. Before, when you say things hard, that you will say person when they sell food, you know they affect them because people must eat. But today, person when they cook, mama put when they cook half bag of rice before for a day. Now they feed a cook 2 pence of bucket of rice now. They know the feed. Business are closing down. People are suffering as a result of your economic policy, and you are not looking into it. Everyday killings in Nigeria. Killings, kidnapping. Kidnapping has become an industry in Nigeria. And you are promising to join Biden to fight terrorism where you never even do anything to fight your own. You are even fighting people that are fighting terrorism. Governors that are willing to fight terrorism, you are fighting them, you are attacking them. And you tell me you want to go and fight global terrorism. Okay? Park where? Park where? They say charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. If you want to do any of these things that you have promised to work with Joe Biden, then you must start it from your home. You must clean your home. You are not ready to do anything. The system is not working. The security structure is not working. The security structure cannot secure Nigeria. Cannot secure the properties of Nigerians. And you are not doing anything to change the security structure. You are not coming up with any bill to give more power to the state governors or state government to be able to deliver on security. Rather, the small power when they get, they collect them from them, making them handicapped. And you are telling me you want to tackle terrorism globally. Make we start all this deception or what would they do? All this good paperwork. Good paperwork. We go right and go there beautiful, you go fine. The action will get nothing. It will not take us anywhere. When you check the action, nothing to talk about, nothing to write home about. We will just write beautifully, construct beautifully, action zero. We should stop it and let's build a nation that will work for everybody. You cannot be promising the world to fight terrorism, to fight poverty. And all you are doing is you are bringing policy laws. You are taking from the public every day with your laws, with your policy. Money when people suffer put for account, when they save for years, say they don't want touch, you say you want to go collect them. Shares when people buy for long, when they don't want touch, some buy them for their children when they get to 18 years, you say you want to collect them. National asset when our people suppose they enjoy, you say you want to go sell them. And you are telling me you want to fight global poverty. You are not fighting anything, Oga. You are not fighting anything. Rather, you are creating more problem, more poverty, more terrorists. So my people, I dey see una comment. I appreciate you. I thank you for taking up time this morning to come and be with us again, NAIJA Watch, to follow us, to like our video, to share our videos, and encourage your people, your friends, your family to subscribe to NAIJA Watch family. so that we'll be able to reach as much people as possible. This is another day of Matters Arising. It's a newspaper review program. This is how we do it every morning. My guy at the top is indisposed for now. He will be back soon as possible. So I'm holding it down on his behalf. So thank you for your time. It's so precious to us and we value it. We don't take it lightly at all. Now moving on, let's go to the news. The next item on the news. The next item on the news is, let me look for it. Let me look for it. 5,000. Okay, I will be there in a few seconds. In a second, I will be there. I'm almost there. Yeah, I think this news we have to do with, it's a good follow-up. I think it has to do with it's a good follow-up. It has to do with the last topic we just discussed, so we can link it together. Oshibajo flag off 5,000 naira cash transfer to low-income earners in urban areas. Oshibajo flag off 5,000 cash transfer to low-income earners in urban areas. Yes. The federal government is giving the low-income earners the money under the Rapid Response Registered RRR, and beneficiaries will receive the stipend for 6 months. The target beneficiaries are self-employed, wage-employed, and urban poor. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs using cutting-edge technology had undertaken a pilot scheme where over 100,000 beneficiaries in Lagos and the Federal Capital Territory were captured. Over 300,000 beneficiaries are said to have received the affirmation sum the moment the scheme was launched. Speaking at the virtual flag off of the RRO in Abuja on Tuesday, Oshibajo says set of vulnerable people were not captured in this national register. This category of people who are not compulsorily captured on this social register, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, working with the National Social Safety Net Program, NASSP, designed an intervention to rapidly identify, register, and provide them with succor. Hence, the Rapid Response Register RR was born. The Vice President said. The RRR is designed to focus mainly on the urban poor wards, selected using scientifically validated method of satellite remote sensing technology, machine learning algorithm, and big data analysis. This social protection method of targeting is the first strategy to be developed and tested in the sub-Saharan Africa region, and Nigeria will be the first country for its implementation. With the RRR, which uses a wholly technology-based approach, we are primed to achieve an end-to-end digital footprint in cash transfer for the urban poor, which also help us achieve our financial inclusion policy under the Enhancing Financial Innovation and Assessing Program. The groundbreaking success of the RR now emblems us to achieve our aspiration of a social security program for a minimum 20 million Nigerians in the next 5 years. In the next 2 years, no, not 5 years, the next 2 years. Earlier, Sadia Farouk, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, said there's need for government to moderate hardship or low-income earners in urban areas. One of the first charge to the National Safety Net Program, NSSP, on assumption of office in 2019 was the digitalization of cash transfer program to reduce fiduciary risk while improving financial inclusion where feasible for the unbanked people on the National Social Register, most of whom were women. Farouk said our experience during the COVID-19 pandemic reinforced the position, especially given the requirement of COVID-19 protocols, as well as our inability to moderately reach the urban poor impacted by the pandemic. It became obvious and very, very early in the pandemic crisis that we need to establish a shock responsive system beyond just responding to pandemic. We need to develop the capacity for rapid response to any emergency, whether natural or man-made, such as the crisis of banditry, insurgency, communal crisis, and the emerging food crisis is posed, or the displacement of arising thereof, and not least future emergency arising from climate change or similar pandemic. Apart from federal government, the World Bank is expected to provide funding for the RRR. End of quote. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one to an extent, but not good. Not good, not very, very good. I will only just say, what I will just say is the initiative is fine. That is the only credit I'm giving it. The initiative is fine. But the sum involved, you are bragging that, what's the headline again? Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has flagged off the cash transfer of 5,000 naira to low-income earners, urban areas, part of effort to ease the impact of COVID-19 economy. So, good one to an extent, but in an economy of where a bag of rice is over 32,000 naira. A bag of rice, depending on the one you are going for, is over 32,000 naira. What is the impact of 5,000 naira monthly for the next 6 months? What is the impact? What are that one going to help? Any 5,000 naira, a bag of rice, a bag of cement now in Nigeria is almost 4,000 naira, depending on the location you are buying it from. In Lagos, you can get it like 3536. In Ijebu-Ode, Benin, out of Lagos, is 384,000. How is that one going to take somebody out of poverty? How is that one going to make somebody be able to have accommodation, to rent a house, and it's only for 6 months period? I think you should do better. Good start, I will give it to it. Good beginning, good start. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm seeing all your comments, all your suggestions, all your commendations. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, if you give somebody 5,000 naira, it's going to be difficult for a month. I don't think you can even buy a pint of a small bucket of small pint of rice, garri, and maybe I don't think I'm not sure you can buy three good pet bucket of food. It can't. Not to talk of the other accessories that are going to go with it. You go to the market and see the cost of the price of food items. The only thing that is a bit okay in Nigerian market now in terms of food is tomatoes and pepper. Aside tomatoes and pepper, every other thing is on the high side. Every other product in the market is on the high side. Aside tomatoes and pepper. So, what is going to be the impact of 5,000 naira to an average man in average poor person in Nigeria? I think you should do better. I think you should do more. And this does not mean, this does not imply that you are going to take people out of poverty. This will not take anybody out of poverty at all. Because I saw some other headlines where it was that FG ready to take 20 million Nigeria out of poverty in 2 years. 20 million Nigerians out of poverty with 5,000 naira a month in the next 6 months. How is that one going to take somebody out of poverty in this our present economy? Please, let's do better. Let's do better. President Buhari and his cabinet, do better. I'm appealing to you to do better. This one will not, Obshipa George, the vice president, as spearheading these things. I think you should do better. This one cannot take anybody out of poverty. I'm not even sure you have any impact to make in the life of anybody. Let's do better. We can do much more than this. If you cut down your salary, if you cut down the size of the government, if you cut down the corruption in the system, over bloated project of 1 billion can be quoted for 10 billion. If you cut down this waste, it will be enough for us to share and we have a good life. If you cut down this waste and expenses that just about 10% of you collect out of corruption, because the people really benefiting this country are not up to 10% of the total 100% of Nigeria. They are not up to 10. You, the politicians that is sucking this country, you are not up to 10% of Nigeria. And you are the people sucking this country dry. If you do away with corruption, if you do away with wastages, reduce the size of the government, do away with bogus salary, we will be able to share this thing and everybody will be happy for it. That is the truth of the matter. This 5,000 naira have no impact in any way. It cannot take anybody out of poverty. It cannot even help anybody. A room Face me, I face you in Lagos, because this is money for the urban people. It's not for the royal area, it's for urban people. So a room, apartment in Lagos, in a very remote area, it's not less than 3,000 naira. If you are in town in a month, if you are in town in a fairly good area, you are paying nothing less than 6,000 naira a room a month. Electricity is not there. You will pay for electricity, you will pay for security, you will pay for waste. So the 5,000 naira is nothing. If you want to be sincere with yourself, so don't clap for yourself too much. Just clap like this. It's okay, because it's a good initiative. It's a good initiative. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my people. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm seeing all your comments. I'm seeing everything how you are coming up to encourage me, to greet me. I am very, very delighted. I'm being encouraged. As you can see me now, I was never like this when I started this program. The reason I am getting bold and happy every day is because of this your encouragement. That is the reason. That is the reason. You are the one giving me the courage. You are the one giving me the energy. Every day I am getting better. It's all to your encouragement and confidence you are giving me. You are giving me confidence. So make the federal government make una do better. If you want clap, just clap like this. No clap like this. Oh no, you know, no clap like that at all. No clap like that. Just like this. I give out to you for that level. That is how far I can give you. You have not done anything special. You just created something that is a bit unique to your government. Fine. Accepted. But we can do much more better than this. Reduce your bogus salary. Reduce your convoy. When you are going, president is going over 500 vehicles are going with him. A state will be shut down because of you. Yes, let them create more skills, more acquisition center for people to learn, so that we'll be able to stand on your own. Come up with soft loans for business people. You saw my program yesterday evening or afternoon, where the furniture guy was crying. They don't have access to loan. Banks doesn't give loan. If they want to give you, they kill you with interest. So come easy loan, not difficult one, not the loans of if you don't know man, you cannot get it. I know there are some fantastic loan idea out there by the industrial bank, but how easy it is to access those loans? How easy it is? So, my people, do better than this. You can 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 do better than this. Yeah. That is how far we can go on that topic. Please, President Buhari, APC, you can do better than this. You can do better than this. We have the ability to do better. We have what it takes to do better. Take people out of poverty by making them stand. Encourage skills. Encourage hard work. Encourage business, small-scale business people. Make the economy, let there be money in the economy so that money will flow. If you are doing business, you will be able to make enough money to live your life, to educate your children. because that is the way out of this our crisis. So please, we can do better than this. We can do better than this, my people. The next on the news item is FG approved 65 years as new retirement age for teachers. This is a sharing news, so as far as I'm concerned, very, very sharing news. Very, very, very sharing news. In fact, this is the news of the week for me as far as Nigeria is concerned. For now, maybe another one will come up tomorrow, but for now, this is the news of the week. FG approved 65 years as new retirement age for teachers. Let's go into the news proper. 65 years is now the official retirement age for teachers in Nigeria. This was approved by FEC on Wednesday, January 20. What is left for the National Assembly to consider the approval by FEC and give its legal backing? During this weekly meeting held on Wednesday, January 20, the Federal Executive Council FEC approved the new retirement age for teachers, which was fixed at 65 years henceforth. The FEC meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari approved the harmonized retirement age for teachers bill. The bill is to send to the National Assembly for consideration and approval. Among other things, in the bill seek to give legal backing to new measure by the President Buhari administration to enhance the teaching of profession in Nigeria, such as the introduction of bursary award, including special royal posting allowances. The Federal Executive Council FEC approved the new retirement age for teachers to be 65 years. This decision of the FEC was made known to journalists by the Minister of Education Adamu in Abuja on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the federal government has issued a clear message on the possibility of imposing another lockdown. I think another following disregard towards the safety protocol issued in COVID-19. Speaking during COVID-19 during the media briefing on Tuesday, January 19, the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 through his chairman Boss Mustapha lamented how complaisance to the safety protocol by Nigerians. Mustapha said since schools resumed on Monday, January 18, there have been a clear disregard for federal agreement directive on the deadly viruses. He stressed that to avoid lockdown, citizens must keep their hands on deck while striking a balance between lives and livelihood. End of quote. So it's a very sharing news for me. Thank you, man. Yes. Good morning, my people. Mommy, diaspora mommy, I see you. Yeah, I see your suggestion. That is way. Encourage skilled workers, encourage small scale business, encourage people to go into business. That is the way. So on this news, this is a very sharing news for me. I think it's good that they have increased the years of service, the age of service for teachers to 65 years. What this one did not tell me if the number of years of service, the number of years of working will increase to 40 years as the case may be. I think it used to be 35. So as 35 of years of working, 60 years of age. But if this one is now 65, so I expect that the years of working should be another like 40 years too. It's a very good one. So the federal government can clap for themselves for this, for this good one, because somebody will work for 60 years. You tell them to retire. They are going with their experience. They are going with their experience. So give them more time. This will give them more time to groom more people, to pour their experience into more people that will be ready to take after them. And another thing, the politicians at 70s, 80s, they will still be contesting for governor or for political position. At 80 years, they will still be contesting. And when they work for 4 or 5 years, they want to carry the whole state as their benefits. So this is another way of compensating, encouraging teachers to give more. It's a very, very, very fantastic idea, very good one on the part of the federal government. I commend you for that decision. Please excuse me, let me check something. So a very good recommendation, a very good one for this purpose. Now, the next news on the item is okay. The next news on the item is, okay, I've seen it. 18 children sold for at least 200,000 each by traffickers rescued in Anambra State. 18 children sold for at least 200,000 naira rescued in Anambra State. This is a very sad one as far as I'm concerned. This kind of thing should not be heard of at this time of our life. This should not be heard of, that children are being sold for money purposes. It shouldn't be heard. It shouldn't be heard in this 21st century, and even in Nigeria, a country that prides itself as the giant of Africa. It shouldn't be. Meanwhile, 11 of the children, not fewer than 18 children who were trafficked from some areas in Gombe State and sold to a syndicate in Anambra State at 200,000 each have been rescued in Anambra by police, while members of the syndicate have been arrested. Meanwhile, 11 of the children are presently unclaimed by any parent and stranded in Anambra State, with the police calling for Nigerians to assist in their reunification. In addition to some children that had been recovered earlier, a total of 18 children suspected to have been stolen remain unclaimed in Anambra State. According to Daily Trust, the children were suspected to have been stolen by a woman named Awa Usman on October 20th, 2029 in Gombe, and taken to her compliance in Anambra. The police in Gombe returned them to Anambra after no relative came forward to identify them. Last October, the police, following an intelligence report, arrested 3 women in the Idimili North local government area of Anambra State with 3 children suspected to have been stolen. Investigation revealed that children were stolen from Gombe State by one Awa Usman, female, on the 20th October 2019 through brought to her accomplice in Anambra State, said the Anambra police spokesperson, DSP Mohammed Haruna. The Anambra State Police handed over the suspect to the Gombe Command for Investigation and Persecution. The suspect, during the interrogation in Gombe, confessed they stole children to take to their sponsor, known as Ikechi Odiye, 55, in Anambra State. She paid 200,000 and 400,000 per child, depending on age and gender. Police said the suspect confessed. Operative from the Anambra Special Anti-Court Section raided the hideout in OBC, in the Minot local government area, where a tip-off had led to them believe the principal suspect Odiye stayed. Odiye had evaded arrest in the last 3 years by changing the location, police said. Operative recovered 16 children, 10 boys and 6 girls, reasonably suspected to have been stolen from different parts of the country, Haruna said. Both the suspects and the children were handed over to Gombe Police Command, where 4 of the children were identified and reunited with their biological parents after exhaustive investigation and forensic analysis, including DNA tests. One was handed over to the parents in Delta State. The Gombe Police returned the 7 boys and 4 girls on claim in Gombe to Anambra on January 18. The 11 children will be in custody of Anambra Ministry of Social Welfare, Women and Children Affairs until their biological parents emerge, according to the police in Anambra State. End of quotes. Now, this is the news coming out. It came out yesterday that children are still being sold. There are still syndicate people dealing on what I will call slavery. You go and buy children or steal children and come and sell it at the rate of 200 to 400,000, depending on the age of the baby. You are depriving the children the right to their parents. This is wickedness of the highest order. Why are we so wicked as a people? Why are we so wicked? Everything is about money. Money, money, money. Why are we so wicked? Nigerians can still get involved in this kind of crime. Depriving the children the right to their parents, the love of their parents, the care of their parents, all because you want to make money. All because you want money. If you want money, there are other things you can do to make money. There are other things you can do. So many other things that you can do to make money. Legally. Not by cheating people, not by killing people, not by creating problems for people. Please, Nigerians should fear God. Nigerians should fear God. There is God in heaven watching over everything we do. Life does not just end with money, money, money. There is more to life than being super rich. There is more to life than money. Yes, abusing other children because of money for your personal sake. Abusing other children because of money. What kind of God created us? Is it the same God me I know? Because you want to be rich, because you want to buy car, you go about depriving young children of the care of their parents, the love of their parents, for your own personal sake, and you will make this money now and use it to go and take care of your own children. This kind of people will value their children, will take good care of their children. Meanwhile, you are having the wickedness in heart to deprive other children of their parents' love. It's saddening. This is absolute wickedness. Wickedness of the highest order. The reason God said the heart of a man is desperately wicked. Desperately wicked. You cannot know the heart of a man. May I say, the heart of a Nigerian is much more wicked. The love of money has made us lost our conscience. Please, let's de-emphasize money. Let's de-emphasize the love for money. Let's de-emphasize the love for money. MDS, those are absolutely my brother. God is watching us. Yes. God is watching us. We go to church every day. And yet we are more wicked than the devil. We go and cast in the church. The devil we bind and cast in the church. We are more wicked than the devil. What shall it profit you to get the whole world? All in the name of want to be rich. You are destroying the life of other children. Very pathetic. Very pathetic. Moving forward. Okay, let me look for the news. Very, very pathetic. Very, 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 very pathetic. This is not the way. Nigerians should fear God. Nigerians should fear God. The next on the news item is Mighty Allah, His presidency, say herdsmen are peaceful. You see what I mean? I said this the day before yesterday or 4 days ago when the news broke out of this directive from Ondo State Governor. I said it. I said, I hammer so much on it. I said, there is going to be pressure, and the pressure is coming always. Now let's hear what the Mighty Allah, the organization in charge of herdsmen, the Mighty Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, which is the apex association herdsmen in the country, has held the presidency for wading into the controversy generated by the directive of the Ondo State Governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, asking herdsmen to leave the state government forest reserve. The Secretary General, Makban Usman Baba Ingezema, told the Punch on Wednesday that the presidency was right to say that herdsmen should not vacate forest reserve in the state. Responding to the question, he said, why would I want to contradict the president? He's speaking on behalf of the entire country. He's emphasizing the role of the Nigerian constitution. That is all. What the president said is the right thing to be done. The president has emphasized the role of the constitution and no more, no less. Baba Ingezema said herdsmen in the state had not yet received any official communication asking them to leave. He said for now the herders will remain where they are, adding that they have remained peaceful in their host community. The McBagan Secretary General said the herdsmen living in Ondo State have no problem. No order has been given to the leadership of the herdsmen for them to vacate. I have spoken to the chairman, and so we are waiting for what the state government will do. We say, but right now they are living peacefully with their host community where they are right now. Akeredolu had on Monday issued a statement giving the herdsmen 7 days to vacate all forest reserves due to high rate of kidnapping in the state. They have said that today we have taken major steps at addressing the root cause of kidnapping, in particular and other nefarious activities detailed and documented in secret reports. The press and the press debriefing from victims of kidnap case in Ondo State. As the chief law and security officer of the state, it is my constitutional obligation to do everything lawful to protect the life and property of all residents of the state. In the light of foregoing, the following orders are hereby issued. All forest reserves in the state are to be vacated by herdsmen within the next 7 days, with effect from today, Monday, January 18, 2021. However, the senior and special assistant to the president of media publicity, Gabashew, criticized Akeredolu order. He said that it was wrong for governor to ask the elders to vacate the state. End of story. So now the Meiti Allah is now agreeing totally with the position of the presidency that the governor of Ondo State does not have the power to protect his people. That is what it means. That the governor cannot protect his people. He does not have the constitutional backing. Because there's a crisis in a place, kidnapping and so many criminality. As the chief security officer of the state, who sworn an oath to defend and protect the property of his citizens within Ondo State, he made a law that this is the way I want to go about this insecurity problem. And the presidency, in their wisdom, came up to antagonize the state governor, thereby directly or indirectly and boldly the Meiti Allah, the herdsmen, the herders, to continue disobeying the law of the state, to continue disobeying the order of the state governor. Now they are embodying that, they are now telling them that they are going nowhere, they are there. We have the right to stay anywhere and do whatever we want to do. Excuse me. We have the right to do whatever we want to do. That is the situation now. You see, when I said the federal government, the presidency, the Buhari should please let charity begins at home. You cannot go and be promising Biden of cooperation to fight terrorism, and you are encouraging terrorism in your land that you are presiding over. There's no sense in it. You are only trying to play to the gallery of the world leaders. That is the only thing you are doing. Kidnapping has become an industry in Nigeria. Criminality, bandit, killings has become an industry. And you are not doing anything about it. You are so comfortable with it even emboldening people, encouraging people to do more. And you are going to tell Biden that you are going to support him. You are supporting him. You will support him to fight criminality, to fight terrorism. These things are not just words of mouth. Some of us understand this game you guys are playing. Some of us understand the game. Even though you are oppressing us, and I'm very sure majority of us understand. The only thing you have that you are using to oppress us is the government machineries. In an ideal situation, in a situation that we are in Nigeria now, the best thing to do as a leader of a nation is to call the government or the governor who made that directive and say, what do you want us to do? How do you want us to help you to sanitize this forest? In fact, the government did not even say they should leave. They should come out and register. So if they want to do business, we know those people doing business. So when there is problem, we know who to go after. That is the easiest thing to do. But you said no. They should remain in the forest. Nobody should give account of anything. Nobody should register anything. Just remain in the forest and do whatever you want to do. You will come with the constitution and say everybody have right to do anything in any part of the world in Nigeria. The constitution guarantee you. Just go to any part of the country that you think you want to go and go there, start any business you want to start. You are very quick at saying those things. But in the same country, it was around November, December last year. Beer business, alcoholic business, worth over 200 million naira was destroyed. That this person does not have the right to do such business in Kano. In the same country that you are saying everybody have right to go and do anything. And the federal government never intervened in that matter. Up till now, 100 millions of goods of alcoholic drink was destroyed because the governor said it's not that they are not allowed to do such business in Kano. In the same country, and you say you are encouraging unity, say you want to fight terrorism. You are not fighting any terrorism. You are not fighting any terrorism. Rather, you are aiding terrorism. That is the truth of the matter. So all this sweet talk, motivational talk, where some of us have grown beyond this motivational talk. We will work with Biden to fight terrorism. We will work with Biden to eradicate poverty. How are you eradicating poverty? When all your economic policy is to collect from the people, use it to pay your salary and your bogus salary. That is all you do. Moving on. Yes, let me look for it. The next one, the next on our list. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So let's practice what we preach. Nigerian politicians, let's practice what we preach. We are so good at telling the world something else and doing another thing. On forest reserve, Ondo government defend directive to herdsmen for Gabashew. Yeah. Let's go into the news proper. Ondo state government has faulted the federal government comment on the directive given by the state governor Rotimi Akeredolu for herdsmen occupying the forest reserve to vacate the area within the next 1 week. The governor has asked the herdsmen to vacate the area after he raised concern that some criminal element hiding under the guise of herdsmen had turned the forest to kidnapping them. But a statement issued on Tuesday by the presidency spokesman Gabashew said the governor was wrong to order the thousands of herdsmen out of the state, and that in the past years he had fought criminals with passion and great sensitivity. In reaction to that, Commissioner of Information and Orientation Ondo State Donald Ojogo said the president could not have approved such statement. It is certain that the president may not have directed that statement. I am almost persuaded that Gabashew did not issue that statement because that would have been a very dangerous one for the unity of this country. He said on Wednesday on Channels TV. It would mean that certain persons in the presidency are out to create problem for the president Muhammadu Buhari. Insecurity is becoming a national issue. No part of the country is isolated from this crisis. I want to believe he would want to offer himself as spokesperson of the people masquerading as herdsmen to commit crime. Speaking for the Ojogo defended the government directive, saying that not all herdsmen or Fulani were asked to vacate the area. According to him, the governor only gave the directive to those herdsmen who have occupied the forest reserve, adding that in this case, the forest reserve are different from the natural reserve. He described the reserve as government monuments and place that were earmarked for specific purposes. These forest reserves are government monuments. They are treasures of the people of the Southwest right from time immemorial. These were places that have been embarked for beautiful biodiversity. There are specific purpose for those places which have been embarked. Unfortunately, some of these criminal elements have gone to mingle with the Fulani herdsmen who have occupied the portion of those forest reserves as a settlement. In any case, anytime victims are kidnapped, they take them directly into the part of this forest reserve. Security agencies have had enough evidence to show that these persons are taken into the forest. So what the government is trying to do is to clean the mess. End of quotes. The government is trying to clean the mess. People are using this forest reserve as a place of criminal. I thank God the government is holding us to its gun. That's Ondo State governor now. They are holding on to their gun. They are holding on to what they believe is right to secure their people. The federal government must come and synchronize with the state government position. So if you really want to fight terrorism with Joe Biden, then you must synchronize with the Ondo state government to fight this nemesis, to fight this terrorism that is raging or ravaging our society in every part of Nigeria. We are doing very well, my brother. God bless you this morning. Absolutely, my brother. God is watching us. We are doing very well, my brother. Very, very well. Thank you for joining us this morning. God bless you. Now, we should, the federal government must synchronize. If you want to practice what you preach to the world, you must come and synchronize with the Ondo state government. And I will advise other state governors, especially in the southern part, to emulate this idea. Let us come together and approach this battle. We are in a battle. Let us come together and approach it together as a front. Yes, I'm advising whether APC, PDP, we should cut across party lines. We should rise above party lines and do what it will bring about peace to our people. Let us not be intimidated by any forces, whether federal or wherever the forces is coming from. As long as we are doing the right thing, let us not be intimidated. Let all the Southern governors come together, please. I am appealing to you. I am appealing to everyone. The government, the NGOs, the people generally. Let us come together to save our people. We have enough in our cup to bring us together. Our people cannot keep dying. We cannot keep facing this exploitation. You work hard for money. One day somebody will just take you inside the bush and collect all you have worked for years. Maybe your savings. There was this a story I had when I went to Benin. Benin Road. There's this driver that run that route. They just attacked the vehicle along around the Aunchi area. They took them inside the bush. They brought out the POS. Everybody that have their ATM inside that vehicle, they were forced to transfer every money in their account, every kobo in their account. The first person that wanted to play smart, when he was asked to put the PIN number of the ATM so that they will have access to what is in the account. MDA, those are, thank you so very much. God bless you. God bless you, my brother, my sister. God bless you, my brother. God bless you. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing all your encouragement. So the first person that wanted to play smart, he put wrong PIN number on the ATM or the POS. They shot his two legs instantly. Instantly, the two legs were damaged instantly, and they still went ahead and collected his money. Everybody, if there are women in the vehicle, they will rape them. We cannot continue to live like this. Something must be done. We must stand up to defend ourselves. Let us not be intimidated by any force. There is too much nepotism in the system. Too much nepotism in the system. Too much nepotism in the system. It has never been this bad. Nigeria has not been working for long, agreed, but it has never been this bad. Nigeria has never been working. Nigeria has been failing for the last 6 years. It's never been this bad. It's never been this bad. We must work ourselves out. We must fight ourselves out of this problem that we find ourselves. Yeah. We must fight ourselves back. We must work ourselves out of this crisis. We are already in it. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to be possible. That is my position. It is going to be very, very possible. Nigeria belongs to all of us. Nigeria does not belong to Buhari and his family or Gabashew and his family. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulani Igbo. Nigeria, we are all Nigerians. So let's not be intimidated by one force. Other governors should please rise above party sentiment and do the needful to help your people. The next agenda, the next list on our agenda, let me look for it. We are going to, I think that should be the last one for the day. Let me look for it. Excuse me just a minute. I'm trying to get it. Okay, it's loading now. We must face the battle. We must face it and try to conquer it. Whether the devil likes it or not, we must conquer. We will overcome. That is a setting. APC behind disunity among Nigeria. APC behind disunity among Nigerians. Lamido. Let's go into the news proper so that we don't speculate. Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido has faulted the All Progressive Congress APC-led Buhari government for causing disunity among Nigerians since he took over in 2015. Lamido dropped the hit yesterday at the formal inauguration of a 29-man reconciliation committee of the state PDP party. PDP said the APC had before emerged victorious in 2015 election, accused PDP of brain behind Boko Haram, corruption and all forms of evil bedeviling the country. In his words, even though they accuse us with Boko Haram, today more daring criminality of banditry and kidnapping is being perpetrated under the nose without any solution in sight. People are being mad, killed in their homes, towns, and villages, completely sacked, while other women were subject to utter humiliation under the wishful eyes of those in power today. Lamido cautioned members of the Reconciliation Committee to be just and fair in their approach to aggrieved members, for there's work to be effective. According to him, the committee was formed to meet the aggrieved members of our party to forgive and forget our perceived grievance, to enable the healing process to take place for the sake of the country. Sule Lamido appealed to the aggrieved members to put the party before themselves and remember that they were once chosen as either political appointee or elected member over the above some other members that might not have been happy at that time. On his part, the chairman of the state PDP, Dr. Babandi Ibrahim, said the party will do everything humanly possible to ensure that every aggrieved members are contacted, express confidence in the committees, end of quote. This is the former governor of Jigawa State under PDP saying that APC political party is responsible for the disunity of Nigeria. I think it's not far from the truth. Even though I have some reservation, I will come up with it in the next few seconds. I will come up with my reservation. It's not far from the truth. Because it has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. This present administration from 2015 set out to just favor some section of the country. Upon all the cries from the beginning, they paved deaf ears. And that now make matters worse. We have never been that united, agreed. From 1966, we have never been that united. But it got to the climax 2015 when this administration came into power, or when APC came into power. They never did anything to unify the country. They never tried to even pretend. Let them even pretend to unify the country. No. All they set out to do was just to favor some set of people, some set of race, some tribe, set of tribes from the beginning. And knowing the kind of a country we have, a very fragile nation, it was very clear that they were going to set us apart, create problem for us. Even though I agree that in every position, the best person should be the best qualified should be the one to occupy any political position, not any, whether politics or political or civil service or anyway. The best person for the job should be the one to occupy it if we want to be fair. But because of the sensitivity of our country, because we have never been united as a nation, it was necessary for any government to bear in mind that if you do anything, if there are positions to be appointed, especially political position now, if there are 10 political positions, share it in a way that it will not be so obvious that you are giving more to a particular region. And of course, my mommy diaspora, a very, very big mistake. Very, very big mistake on the part of Nigerians. Very, very big mistake. And we are suffering it today. Only God is going to take us out of it. So, it is very, very important that in sharing that 10 political position, share it in a way that it will not be too obvious that you are favoring a particular group. But instead, this government paid deaf ear. They were ready to give everything to one particular region, whether you like it or not. So that action set us apart and set us against ourselves. Against ourselves. That is why we are where we are today. That is why we are more divided than we have always been. Today we are more divided than we have always been. Without mixing words, without being economical with the truth. This government made it so clear that they don't give anything a hoot about whatever happens. I can give everything to my brother or my family. If you like, go and die. To the point where we are now that even the commonest people from that region are being favored in any way. So, what Lamido said is, for me, 100% correct. 100% correct. There's no higi-haga, no storytelling. Not be the one when they package. They know they package this one. 100% correct, Lamido. Oh, thank God we are back. It was network interruption. I'm very sorry for that. It was in the normal network problem. We are back now. Hopefully, the network will be able to serve us in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, as I was saying, it has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. APC came to take it to another level because they were actually never prepared for government. What they prepared for was to just take over anyhow from any propaganda that they can push, to push it to take over from PDP. That was what brought them together. So that is what brought us to this point that we are today. For the reservation I have is that, is the PDP better too? Are they not the same term and tempest? Are they not the same thing? For me,